Hello, I'm Kirsten Beers, and this is my scripted coaching, and I am doing the elementary level first. And I observed the decoding instruction lesson for kindergarten. So, as the coach, I would go into the room and introduce myself and let them know my intentions. So, good afternoon. I'm excited to come in and observe your whole group lesson on decoding words with a short vowel O. And the teacher would say, yeah, good afternoon. I'm looking forward to having you with us today. As a coach, I would be observing and taking notes on your lesson, and I plan to focus on use of instructional strategies such as guided practice, questioning, modeling, and student responses and their engagement. So this is the observations that I made as the coach. 20 seconds into the lesson, it was seen that the teacher reviewed the sound of short O and explained what the teacher was teaching and why they will be learning, which was the sounding out of the short O words. A minute into the lesson, they reviewed and modeled beginning sound of the word D or duh. And then at minute 118, they used terminology to blend or assist them in blending the word dot. And they modeled this by drawing two dots on the paper. And then 126 into the video, they received the pus sound, and the teacher gave students opportunities to share their knowledge. In minute 226, the teacher introduced the third word and told them, don't say the word. I want you to just sound out the words, trying to get them to isolate each sound. In minute 242, the students modeled the words with their hands to exemplify the word hop and to get them to engage in their learning. 308, they used two lines to show how to blend two letters. And the teacher swept her finger across the word to model how to read the word stop from left to right. And in minute 348, she used previously taught strategies to blend the word Tom. And she also used the thumbs up strategy to have them show if they knew the word and use it as a formative assessment to see who was able to read the word. In minute 446, she did a check for understanding and had students blend the words silently. And then she did a turn and talk and had them whisper to a partner and then orally read the word as a whole class. And then as she did that, she would erase the word. She did this for each word, so it took some minutes. And at minute 7, she introduced words top and on, and as students model words by using their hands. She used words such as I wonder, and she did that to show that she was checking for understanding. This was a great way to keep their attention. And at 8:15, she played partner whisper games to blend and read words quarterly in the sentence using on and top that was just introduced. At 9:30, she had students sound out words with thumbs up and use the whisper strategies to tell their partner the title of the story. At minute 10:51, she played the Gone game again, where students reread the words to develop automaticity and then she would erase them. And at 12:10, she taught the students kind of just a culminating activity called ring clap to acknowledge them and their hard work and taught them how to give themselves praise. It was a great way to make them feel part of their learning experience and to stay engaged. So my post-observation goes as this. As the coach, I would say, let's listen to my observations. I notice overall you built a positive rapport with your students. You made learning engaging and fun with the little games you played, such as the Gone game, where you erased the words and had them practice automaticity, and the ring clap. You really know how to catch the attention in a way that is developmentally appropriate for the kindergarten level. The teacher could say something like, thank you. I've really been working on ways to make my learning more engaging since this age level has a short attention span and I want to maximize instruction time in the best way possible. As the coach, I could say, I observed that you built on prior knowledge of the short O sound by building short or old words with them. You modeled and taught the skill of decoding in a very systematic and explicit way. You use strategies like partner talk and show me a thumbs up as a type of formative assessment that really checked for their understanding. And could you tell me more about the strategy that you're using? The teacher could say, yes, I've been noticing that my students have been struggling with some of their benchmark assessments lately, and that I've been wanting to see more progress made. I've been reflecting on my instruction and realized I could be taking more time to check for understanding and use partner talk and simple formative assessments. And this give me more information on how much the students have been learning in class. As a coach, I would say, wow, that's very good. And I like how you're using strategies to keep your students engaged and focused. However, I did notice that students are often sitting during this lesson, and it can be difficult at the kindergarten level. I would encourage you to think of ways that the students can stand up and do some movement while decoding and blending. Perhaps they can use their body to make actions with their arms or their legs, or just whole gross motor movement to get going a little bit more. This could be even more fun for the lesson, although you did a great job of getting your students to stay focused. I was really impressed to see that. I also noticed that you were applying the simple view of reading framework in your instruction when you put decoding and language comprehension together. You did this when you were having students sound out words and then were having them model it with their hands and their bodies. This is so important to help them grow in the area of reading comprehension. Keep up the good work. Thank you. So, an action plan as the coach is I saw a small area for improvement. As you were teaching, I had some thoughts come to mind, and I was wondering if next time you do a decoding lesson like this, perhaps you consider it useful to add in more opportunities for gradual release of responsibility, such as I do it, we do it, and then you do it. For example, instead of just giving actions for them to repeat for top and on, could you pass out picture cards for each partner group and have them come up with a sentence that uses that picture and the word top and on? You could give them a picture like a picture of a stapler, and then they could come up with, I have the stapler on top of the desk, and then have their partner come up with another sentence with their picture card. The teacher would say, yeah, this is a great idea. I actually have some multilingual students in my class, and the act of using these visuals could also be very beneficial in addition to my students who are young learners. And as a coach, I would say, I hope all these conversations have been useful for you. Let's have you think about ways you can implement the use of gradual release of responsibility in your instruction going forward in hopes to reach some of your multilingual students. And we can schedule a follow-up meeting in a week and discuss some successes and challenges that you may have come across when implementing them.